Hello, everyone. This is Nidal Haykal, episode 16, season 2 of Nidal Haykal Live with a very special and amazing guest. My guest is Christine Chama. Christine is passionate about seeing positive changes in the lives of persons with special needs. Christine holds a BA, Bachelor's in Arts and Development Studies from the University of Zambia. Christine, unfortunately, she is not able to be with us on a video call, but she gave us the opportunity to host her with her voice live from Zambia. Christine, we are live, and I can't thank you enough for this opportunity and for this honor to host you live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Christine, we are live and welcome aboard.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's really a pleasure. I'm really humbled by this gesture.
Likewise, Christine. Christine, I want to start with the achievements you achieve. And recently, the president of Zambia hosted you as an acknowledging for the difference you are bringing to the world. Christine, what was your feeling when you met the president with the acknowledgement of the inspirational effect you are bringing to everybody?
Well, truth be told, it was really an emotional moment for me. It was really a great pleasure. It wasn't something that I've dreamt of happening anytime soon. I was really humbled to meet the President of the Republic of Zambia, His Excellency, Mr. Chama. I think it's one of those memorable moments that will forever stay with me, the moments that I'll forever treasure in my life.
Christine, how important is to someone, especially in the position of His Excellency, to acknowledge the role you are doing?
Well, it is really important in the sense that it gives hope and it gives confidence, and also it gives somebody appreciation and motivation towards the work that they're doing. It's really a great achievement, I must say, for an individual because it shows that people truly are following your works and they truly appreciate your works. And it also gives an opportunity for somebody to get to share their ideas with people that are able to help in terms of changing policies, and in terms of implementing policies that will work towards people that you are representing, or people that you are, yes, you are people that are in a similar situation with you. Yeah, so it's really a great gesture, and it's really an inspiration gesture.
Christine, I know there is a sort of confidentiality about the meeting, but did he lift your hopes from a governmental point that the situation is gonna be better?
Of course, I think just meeting with him and just having a short interaction with him really did give, it gave me hope that the head of state of the country is so much willing to work with us persons with disabilities, and is so much willing to interact and hear our views so as to better our lives as persons living with disabilities.
Uh, Christine, from 5 months, you achieved your dream as you graduated from the University of Zambia with the bachelor's in arts and development studies with sociology. Congratulations, by the way, that's a big achievement.
Thank
And
you so much.
I want to flashlight that your post regarding your graduation recorded over 980,000 reaction and over 53,000 comment. Christine, how was your journey, um, and especially with your determination to achieve this dream?
I must say it wasn't that easy journey. It wasn't all rosy. I had to face a lot of challenges, more especially because of my condition. The fact that I'm a person living with a disability. I have a physical disability. So, just to describe myself a bit, I use crutches for mobility sake. Being at an institution which has facilities that are not easily accessible for somebody in my somebody living with my condition. I think that it was one of the biggest challenges that I had to face.
Definitely.
But then I just had to push myself through because I think for me it was an opportunity also to show the world that despite the condition that you're living with, despite the situation that you are in, you're able to thrive as long as you have that driving force in you. But I must say it wasn't really an easy journey. Yeah, I had to face a lot of challenges just for me to get my degree. So,
What's next? What's your next dream, Christine? If you would like to share it with us.
of course, my next dream, of course, I would want to see a situation where one day I would be able to run even just an advocacy center in my hometown, which is Kabwe, and also along it just run a school for children with special needs. And this is coming from the point that I've really seen the needs of having a special school in my hometown where I'm coming from, because we don't really have one per se. And this also leads to me schooling away from home, away from my family, because I had to go to other towns that had special schools. But then I feel there's so much need of having a special school within my hometown, Kabwe. So I think for now that's one of my biggest dreams. And also, I think my dream for now is just to see how based I can progress in terms of disability advocacy, because I think for me that's my main interest for now, as well as, of course, being able to work on other projects that will definitely bring up development, as now I'm also a development practitioner, and see to projects and that could bring up change and, of course, have a positive impact, more especially on persons living with disabilities.
Uh, Christine, advocating within this category, it's not an easy, and especially we know most of the countries they are not prepared for persons with special needs. What's your scale when you advocate regarding the rights of disabilities, and how persons with disabilities can strive and get equal opportunities? Um, do you go from international standards, or you are focusing on Zambia this time?
I think for now, of course, my main focus is from my country, focusing on my country, I think it all starts from where you are. And before, of course, I could advocate for the country as a whole, I think I'd also narrow it down to the community where I'm coming from. I believe it's easier where you get to understand issues from a community level, and then it will be easier even now to go on a broader platform. So I think for now, my main focus is trying to advocate more on issues concerning people's special needs in my country, and see how based that would come up. But of course, I think from the time I shared my story on LinkedIn, I've also had the opportunity sort of to share and advocate on a worldwide platform, which I also so much appreciate. Yeah, but of course, my main focus for now is trying to see how based I can have that positive impact from my community where I'm coming from, and also from my country where I'm based.
Christine, I have to say, you represent a role model for what you are doing. You are making the world a better place. And one of your great messages focuses on women and girls with disabilities. Your message is women and girls with disabilities are just like others. Where do you think, in general, as you said, you are on an international platform and you are active in your country, as a whole world, where do we stand? Are we doing good job regarding this, enhancing this message? What do you see? How bad the situation is?
Well, at the moment, we are, I think we're at a point where we are heading in the right direction. Yes, but of course, there's still a lot that can be done in order to enhance the message, and also just to have that positive impact of the message. Yeah, but of course, we are heading in the right direction. I think now we have policies, we have legislatures in place, not only in my country, Zambia, but worldwide. So I must say we are at a point where we have started on a brighter note, but of course we have a long way to go.
And how your hope is doing with this? Are you willing to go all the way?
Of course, I am. I am so much willing to go all the way. I think now I'm so much prepared to be a voice on different platforms, to be a voice for persons with disabilities on different platforms, whether in my country or out of my country. I think I'm so much ready for this, and it is really my hope to see it through.
I love your spirit, Christine. It gives us hope too. Christine, you was featured on the 26th edition of Powerhouse Global Magazine under the title Christine Chama, the champion of ability over disability. Every time I read this, I get goosebumps. It's so true, and that's why we owe you a big respect for what you are doing. Christine, do you think the disability can be overcome by our hope, by our determination? And I want to thank you again, Christine, for being with us today. What's your thoughts on ability over disability? You are the champion of ability over disability.
Well, definitely, I'm a so much believer of disability not being somebody's inability. because I so much understand that of course being disabled is just a condition. It's not like it's you're just limited to do certain things, but it doesn't mean that you can't do anything at all. So that's why I'm a so much believer in a saying disability is not inability. And I think with that is what even motivates me more. Because I've also come to realize my abilities and work towards my abilities so that that overcomes the disability part of me.
Yes.
So definitely abilities can always overshadow somebody's disabilities.
So it's true, there's nothing impossible, right?
Nothing impossible at all. I think I'm talking from experience, and because I've lived through it since birth. I've born with this condition. But now where I am now, I'm not a believer, or I don't see a situation whereby my condition will ever bring me down at all, where I can't achieve something that I've always wanted to achieve. So definitely, your disability does not have to shine or take over your life and shadow your dreams at all.
Amazing, Christine. This is what we need. This positivity, and I want to ask you about a quote. I love to share it with the audience. Is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I find it so true, and I find it that it doesn't matter how talented we are. It matters how hardworking we are. What do you think, Christine?
Sure, definitely. You might have a talent, of course, but if you're not working towards that talent, making it so fruitful, making it possible for everyone to see that talent, then I think it's a waste. So definitely, whether you have a talent, whatever you have, what depends its fulfillment or its impact is the hard work that you put in. So definitely hard work does cater for everything.
Christine, how bad we are when it comes to dealing in general with persons with special needs? Like, do you think we should start from early ages at schools to advocate the kids and teach them to adapt better behaviors dealing with persons with disabilities?
Sure, definitely. I think we have to start from an early age. Uh, I think there was once I posted something on my Facebook page where I gave a scenario of how children in schools, those without disabilities, relate to those with disabilities. So I feel it's really important that from an early age, we try by all means to educate our children to say we have got these kinds of people that stay with us in our communities, in our societies. So it's really important that we give that positive impact, that mindset, we import that mindset in our children to say we have this kind of people that live with us, and this is how we're supposed to treat them. We're supposed to consider them just like any other friends that they have. Because I think I've seen situations whereby children with disabilities that go to common schools like the mainstream, that are in the mainstream, you find that a child with a disability will not even have friends. Because every child is scared to play with them, to say they might also be disabled because they're playing with a disabled child, which is not true. So I think it's really important that from an early age, we try to tell our children to say we have such kinds of people in our communities and in our societies. And I also feel that sensitization or talk about persons with disability didn't start just from the households before children even go to school.
Exactly.
I think it's the responsibilities of the parents where those children are coming from. To also have a serious talk to their children so that they would be prepared. Because if they see a person with a disability on the road, on the way, they won't have to run away, or they won't have to throw stones at that person, or they won't have to laugh at that person. So I feel it's really important that such talks should start at an early age while the children are still young, so that as they grow, they get to understand more about persons with disability.
Christine, it's really amazing point you bring it up. I really appreciate your input. Before my last question, let me welcome all the audience. They are interacting with us. Thank you, Eduardo, Kana, Osama Zaid, Bashir Salim, Ingor, Aya Fikri, and Marianne Sabra. Thank you all, and everybody is sending the regards to you, Christine, and to me. Thank you, everyone. Christine, my last question, and I really appreciate the time you are with us. How hard for you to advocate regarding the workplace? I know it's very important to start at early ages to prepare the community to deal with disability as if it's a state we have to live with it and adapt it. But when it comes to workplace, I think the situation is more complicated and it needs more work. And definitely there is a big part on the governments to make sure that disabled people or persons with disabilities, they have the right to work and to show their productivity. How hard is this part for you within your advocacy?
Well, definitely it's not something which is easy.
Yeah.
Because of course there are certain companies or institutions that are not so much willing to employ persons with special needs because they feel they can't work, or they are not productive enough, which is not the case. So it's really a tough situation, and it's something that, of course, we need to continue advocating for. I know we still have a long way to go, but of course, I think now things are changing a bit. I'm saying so because, of course, myself, I'm a government worker. I've been employed by the government.
Oh.
And although, of course, I'm trying to change even my workplace, well, because I think at the moment I'm the only person with a special needs at my office. So you find a situation whereby, of course, some certain things have to change, maybe for you to be able to feel comfortable at the workplace, because it's not something that is already prepared for per se. So we still have a long way to go. I think it's important that also employers should have it in mind that they should expect persons with special needs to be their employees. And so it should be mandatory per se that they take into consideration how conducive they'll be able to make their workplaces conducive for persons with special needs, rather than when somebody joins organization or institution, that's where they try to find ways on how to make that person feel comfortable or feel accommodated. So I think it's something that should be planned for all the time. So as to make it easier for persons with special needs to work in different workplaces. And also, it's just important that also employers understand that there are persons with special needs that have good qualifications that they need, and definitely they are very productive enough uh, to to add to the so much productivity to the great results that they need in their workplaces. So they should be open and willing enough to employ persons with special needs.
Christine, which part is the hard part? Is it convincing the employers to open space as a quota for persons with special needs, or is it the equipped environment to allow them to work and accommodate? What's the hardest part? Was it hard to get the job you are holding now?
Well, for me, it wasn't really hard to get a job, but I think the hard part came in terms of accessibility of the office of the workplace where I'm supposed to work from.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think mostly the hardest part is in terms of accessibility. Is the environment accessible enough? Is it accommodative enough for an employee who has special needs? Yeah, so I think at the moment, that's the hardest part. Sure.
Christine, I want to stop with Ingor. She's posting. Really love your mindset, Christine. Thank you, Ingor. And Marianne Sabra, she's saying, Christine, your mindset and spirit made my day. Very inspiring indeed. Christine, I can't thank you enough again for accepting the invitation, and you are with us today. I'm really honored. I'm I'm really seeing the opportunity to contribute more because of you. From the minute I connected with you on LinkedIn, I had the feeling and the determination that there is nothing impossible in life. And thank you so much. And I want to wish you all the best. And I want, hopefully, in the near future, meet you in person. I'm not the president of any country, but I'll be honored. And Christine, I want to wish you all the best. You are really a role model, and you are making the world a better place to live. God bless you. And again, I'm totally honored.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And it's really a motivation on my part. I think getting such platforms, such gestures, is not something that I take for granted. And of course, it would really be a pleasure and an honor to meet you in person. I don't only meet presidents of countries, no. Yeah, I'm so much open to meeting anybody that could definitely be a motivation to me because I'm also still learning. I have a long way to go. So through different interactions that I have with people, that gives me more motivation because it inspires me more to even further with my passion. So thank you so much for this platform. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's really an honor. And also to everyone that was tuning to hear to me. I so much appreciate you for those messages, for those words. That is so inspirational and motivational on my part. I thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Christine, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you, everyone, for being with us with this lovely chat with the champion, Christine Chama. Christine has a passion about seeing positive people, positive change in the lives of persons with special needs. Christine honored me today to have her as a special guest, as an amazing guest for this epic episode of Nidal Haykal Live. And again, thank you everybody for being with us today. Thank you, Eduardo, Osama, Inger, Aya. I'm sorry I wasn't able to stream everything. Aya, thank you for the engagement. Inger, Marianne Sabra. Please connect with Christine Chama, and let's all work together to contribute to make the world a better place. By the end, I want to remind with the quote I discussed with Christine, which is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Thank you again, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend or weekday if you are in a different time zone. Hopefully, we'll see you soon with the new guest. And this was Nidal Haykal live from New York.